Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mids offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. Brings up second down.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. On the option. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
The defense is playing a 3-4, so there's some natural bubbles up front. I think that's where this offense is trying to attack them with that fullback run. Nice job by the linebacker, though, getting him down.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. It's a draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. It's 4th down.
Navy will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down. The Gamecocks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. First down here for the offense. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Huff. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Makes his connection. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. So you didn't pick up the first down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on fourth down?
I think the analytics say go for it, Reese, every single time, every situation now. It's only 1 yard to go, short yardage situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He turns like that, or while you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They'll run it from the gun. The Gamecocks will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's open. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
To the air, it's Huff. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. We're not just going to get the first. I'm going to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Number 28 takes it in.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Navy offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll toss it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Sticks it in his belly. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Running back goes in motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On the option. He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 45. And he breaks into the open. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, midshipman.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Off play action on first down. Looking deep down the right side. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. On the option. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Huff. Fires to the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Brings up 2nd down.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Running it to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Takes it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here comes the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The option look. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Third down coming.
Now on third down for this offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Navy will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On first down, here comes this offense. The inside handoff. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Off the play fake on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Now on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Got room at the 35. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wells. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Second down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to pass. It's Huff. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So an 82-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Navy will go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. To throw, it's Horvat. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's right on target. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. They'll run the option. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. The back goes in motion. Makes one man miss. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there, because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Horvat. Looking for the score. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
3rd and goal coming up here. They're going to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
That makes the score. Jacksonville State 41, Navy 10.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29.
29. 2nd down.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Huff. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind.
Flying out to the left. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Navy offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Line getting set on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Working that left side now. They get him down after he makes a catch.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They're bringing heat. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Looking for a man. It's Huff. They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
Hey.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to throw, it's Huff. Quick completion on the out. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And that pass intercepted.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Nice move to keep running. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run the option. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks at 1st down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much, and then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Went up top on second down. That leaves him needing a yard here on third down. Now on the option. He'll keep it himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Such an advantage when you have an athletic quarterback today in college football because they can help you move the sticks with their legs. Great open field running ability by this QB.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the fullback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fullback's got it. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Run it with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
Yeah, and you failed on 1st and 2nd, but on 3rd down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Huff. Release to the back. Caught. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third and short now from their own 48. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Navy offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Goes to the option. Dances away from one. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Motion, trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The give to the big fullback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On the option. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American and a 1st-round draft pick.
They'll try the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Still looking, on the move. Touchdown, midshipman! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm gonna win. Let's go, defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Looking for a man, it's Huff. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
And it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Horvat. He's going up top here late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Normally, I would say, 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch past the sticks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. To the air, it's Horvat. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee.
Today's final score, Jacksonville State